Hello my lovely Taurus balls, how are you all doing? My name is Nikita, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for your support. If you'd like a personal reading more specific to your individual needs, then you can look in my description box below and you'll find a link to my website. If you click on it, it will take you straight there. What else do I need to say? This is a love reading for the month of February. Sorry, I really just want to get into it. Okay, so we got getting to know each other. We got release your ex. We got trust in reverse. We got calling in your soulmate. And then we got choose wisely. Power. Hope. Material harvest, and I'll show you the rest as we go on because I got a few more. It's taking too long. Okay, so with this, okay, so getting to know each other and release your ex. So I feel like Taurus, you're in a position where, funny enough, I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. I feel you've got to a really good place, and you felt like I'm ready for love. Like, for sure, I'm ready for love. I'm ready for something new. If it is a relationship you're currently already in, then you were kind of thinking, I'm ready to take it to the next level. I'm ready to kind of move things forward. Whichever the situation is, I feel like for a lot of you it will be someone new, and I feel like you were hoping for for someone to come in, someone that you felt you vibed with, someone that you connected with, someone that you could be your companion. But I feel like you spent a lot of time kind of trying to release the energy of exes or an ex. Like, you might have gone through a difficult time in the past. You felt like you were healing as you were kind of getting back into your power. There was a lot of healing that was taking place, and you were clearing the energy of all the kind of crap that you have taken over the years of exes, or any situation where you were hurt or done wrong, that that we all go through, or possibly it was a deep kind of rooted situation for you where you've taken the time to actually just heal yourself and to move forward into a better place. But the thing is, you do actually have calling in your soulmate, which I really believe you were doing. You were staying optimistic, you were ready for love, you called in your soulmate, you managed to do it. Like, I feel like in the month of February, if you haven't met someone now, you will meet someone, and it will be like, I think it will kind of be quick, like, oh my god, like, the situation will just come in. Like, you won't even maybe realise that, I've been manifesting this for so long, like, I wanted this relationship and this person's come in and I'm so happy. I don't even think it's going to be like that. I think it's just going to kind of happen. Maybe it's not, maybe it's a slow burner. Maybe it's not even one of those relationships where it's like you look into each other's eyes and you're like, you're the one. Like, I don't feel like it's necessarily that. It's just like, you might meet someone, you might even be friends with them first or something, or think, you know what, like, sometimes that happens. I'm not sure I'm attracted to them, like that. And then it just kind of grows on you, and before you know it, it's someone that you could see a romantic future with. I feel like that happens, but I feel like it starts to provoke trust issues again. I feel like that hasn't exactly fully been worked on. So I feel like there's something that they might do. Like, let's say, for example, they say they're going to call you back in 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turns into half an hour, and half an hour turns to an hour, and then you're like, are they taking the piss? Like, why haven't they called me back? They said they were going to call me back in 5 minutes. But really, like, you felt maybe ignored with an ex-partner. Like, they always used to get so busy that they didn't bother calling you and stuff like that. And it's like, do I even matter to you? So, like, this is an example. So it's like provoking this issue again of like, can I trust what you say? Can I trust you? What have you been doing in that hour? Like, I feel like it just kind of like, you've done all this work on yourself and you don't want to go backwards. But I feel like this relationship is like, because relationships are there to make you evolve, are there to make you change, are there to kind of mirror you and show you what you need to change. So I feel like this trust is something that you're going to kind of be dealing with in the month of February. So you might be happy in this relationship, or you might be like building a relationship, and for some of you already in this relationship, but the trust is the thing that you're kind of going to have to focus on in February. That's going to be your kryptonite, if you like. That's going to be something you're going to need to kind of work on, because I feel like with choose, like you had hope. I feel like you definitely manifested this, like you did, but and you're victorious in that. There's success here, but there's also, again, so there's a 6 of Wands, so then we've got the 8 of Swords with the Star, and then the 9 of Wands with the Hermit. Let me see. So again, so like this was here, so you've manifested this, you've got yourself into a good place, you feel like you're emotionally balanced, I feel like there's more self-love and self-worth there as well, like understanding yourself, accepting yourself, okay? And then you're feeling like the Queen of Wands, you're feeling like back in your power, you're feeling like I am good enough, you're feeling like, not to say that you were like I'm not good enough before, but there was like some kind of thing that you needed to tweak, like something within yourself, and I feel like you've done that perfectly well. Like you put yourself in a position where you know your worth, and it's not always easy to know your worth. Sometimes you accept less, sometimes you settle, and in this case you're like, I'm the Queen of Wands, I'm the motherfucking Queen of Wands, bitch. Like you're literally like holding up the wand, like you've evolved, you've developed, you've become this beautiful person, you've put yourself in a good place, you feel happy, you feel like you're ready. But then, you know, when this relationship came in, I feel like because you've been in deep introspection, you tend to probably shy away instead of kind of confronting the issue and dealing with the issue at hand, and trying to see where have I kind of, maybe I've misjudged this, or maybe I think you kind of revert and you turn into an introvert and you hide away and you kind of trying to deal with it and stroke your wounds and seek for the answers yourself, when probably a lot of the time it's not that deep, to be honest. And I'm not judging, because I do the same thing, I'm a Taurus as well. But you've got the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, which tells me there's some kind of like insecurity, like maybe this person just makes you feel like, especially if they're a fire sign, if this is them, then they make you feel a bit like what's the word, like it's a bit intimidating, their confidence, but you could just also be feeling quite insecure in certain ways, like am I doing enough, and like am I good enough, and it's like you get yourself into this, you work yourself up to a point where you actually feel like it's real, when it's not this. I don't feel like this is a situation where you're actually, somebody is feeling like, oh, you're less than or anything like that. It's just you putting that into your head, because if you notice, it's the Swords, so it's all in your head. You're the one making yourself feel trapped, you're the one making yourself feel like you have to guard yourself or protect yourself or hide away. So I feel like this situation, you've manifested it, you've done everything you needed to do, but now it's here, you're regressing a bit. There's a bit like where you need to kind of remember this person that you've become. Don't revert back to the person that you were. Remember why you done all this work and how you done all this work. You need to remind yourself of that. 1 second, someone's at my door. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, as I was saying, just remember who you've become. Like, remember how hard you worked to get there. Remember how important you are. Don't. It's easy to kind of, you know, I'm sure you spent many years, telling yourself why you weren't good enough, and what you, and you know, feeling inadequate or feeling like less than or putting yourself down. You know, we all do it. I'm sure you spent so many years doing that sometimes it's easy to just fall back into it. And because you've only maybe spent months or a year or a few years working on, I feel like this, working on the insecurities and things like that. So obviously it's easier to divert back to what you've been doing for years rather than months. The Ten of Pentacles. So you're really very much focused on having something solid, like having a family or having, you know, a partner. Especially if you come from a single parent family, I feel like your focus is kind of like you want a two-parent family, and you want to, you know, you're very family orientated sign, and you want that whole, you want it all, you know, that white picket fence kind of thing, which is known as like the Ten of Pentacles, the children and the dog, and then the nice house. You want to feel comfortable, you want to feel happy, you want to feel secure, you want to feel loved, you want to feel like you got the support. And with the Five of Wands again, you're spending energy on your conflicted energies. Your energy is all conflicted. You're spending too much energy on worried about. See the Hierophant, you might want even marriage. But this is your card. And it could sometimes talk about the Hierophant being stuck in your ways. So it's like I said, reverting to the old way. And the confliction is just like, you're creating, like, it's unnecessary, Taurus. It's unnecessary, that's all I'm going to say. Chill out. Chill out, because you're going to create this to be, look, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands there already, but you're going to create this to go higher and higher to the 10, where it's a burden, where you feel like you can't even cope. The Five of Swords, chill out and take it back, like five notches back. And you're in your head, the Nine of Swords. Worried, anxious. The Five of Swords. Like I said, going back to remembering like past failures, or remembering when things went wrong for you, and the memory's still there in your mind. And the key is to remember it, so you can take it as a lesson and grow from that, but not to keep harping on it to a point where it's like it's affecting your future. Forget, like, the past is the past now. You've got to move forward. No matter what happened to you, I don't, you know, no matter how bad it was, I don't care how bad it was, today is a new day, and tomorrow is a new day, and the day after is a new day. Leave that shit behind, because it will never serve you. Looking into the past and remembering the pain and the scars, or the things that happen, and correlating it to the future, like this person, not everyone's the same, and remember, you're a new improved you. See? Look forward, look to the future. Look what she's doing. Holding on to this wand, like I said, the lesson to remind you of what, you know, what to do differently. But this wand is to take that new start, take that fresh start. This is the past, sorry. This other wand is the past. This is what you should just take the lessons from, so that it serves you now. The new one is what you should hold on to and move forward with. Holding on to the past, no. See, again, Seven of Swords. Looking back. All in your mind though, it's all in your mind. You got to take action. You got to train your mind. You got to train your mind to, whenever you have a past thought, because all you're doing is creating for the future. So while you're thinking about the past, you're creating more of it. You're creating more of it, and you're wondering, why is this always happening? Or why, when I get into a relationship, you know, it ends up being like the one that I was in before? Am I just dating the wrong people? No, you're just reminding yourself of how bad you felt, and you're creating more of that when you actually really don't need to, because you've got a very positive future, and you have the potential to really manifest, and you're good at it. But your thoughts stop you. Your thoughts are what make you feel like you're still living in that mental prison that you've been in for however long. You really need to, you really need to change the way you think. You really need to, so you need to kind of, when a negative thought comes up, and it's about the past, and you can't kind of stop yourself from thinking about it, you're gonna literally have to tell yourself, I don't even care if you're like jelly beans, jelly babies, DVDs, whatever you have to say to yourself, shut the fuck up, whatever you have to say to yourself, you kind of just have to allow yourself to just divert that thought, basically. However stupid it is. If it's something that makes you laugh, if it's something like marriage, I want marriage, to remind yourself, well, this ain't the way to get it. Whatever you have to do, just tell yourself something so that you can shut those thoughts out, and eventually, you know, it won't be so habitual. Because right now it's like you're just in the pattern of doing it. And if someone's kind of bringing up those, because I know relationships tend to do that, especially when they're new. They make you think of the past. They make you analyze things that aren't necessarily that deep, as I said. So they make you remember, oh, when they did, like the example I gave, when he didn't communicate with me, I found out he was cheating that day. And you know, what if he's cheating as well? Like, you need to just slow down, chill out, and just take all the facts into consideration. And if you feel like sending a shitty message or a call of like, why didn't you call back, or whatever, take that time out and reflect, and I promise you, you will feel a lot different by the time you come to sending that message, or by the time you come to making that call. Like, calm down. I'm not being mean as well, by the way. It's a bit of tough love. I don't even think it's necessarily that bad with like what's going on. I'm just making sure you know that, hang on a minute, you don't want to make the mistakes that you made in the past, okay? Because you want to build something new. You want to build a proper foundation this time. Like, maybe, you know, your foundations in the past were rocky, or the people that you dealt with weren't, you know, serious, but now you want this. See, the past isn't doing nothing. Like, she's reaching for these cups. This is a Alice in Wonderland deck. She's reaching for these cups that have nothing in them. They're empty and they're spilt. She can't reach it, and it's on a high table, and she's putting all her energy and effort into trying to get these cups when there are 2 cups down there full. If you're that thirsty, you don't even have to stretch that far. It's right there. Like, it's there waiting for you, but she's trying to like reach up to the cups that she can't get, that are empty anyway. It makes no sense. Might as well go for the beautiful 2 foot. They're exactly the same. That's the thing. They're exactly the same. One of the cups is the same, and then there's an even bigger one down here. So why not just stretch across and get those cups rather than reaching up there? They're gone. They're lost. It's done. It's over. Okay. You've grown so much. Do not regress. Look how Alice is taking care of the adult instead of the other way around. Her shoes over there. Don't regress. This is like the mother, the daughter starting to take care of the mother, and she looks confused and disorientated. You've done the work. Don't regress. You were waiting for this love. Look at the cup out. You feel like you're in a good place. The Emperor's the same person as the Queen of Cups is the same person as the Empress. You've done that work. The cup's there. You were waiting for this person. This person came along. Or they're coming along, this new love. They're matching your cup. It might be an ugly teacup, but I feel like they're matching you. They're saying, okay, come on, let's do this. And you know, whether this person is, you know, you see potential in them or not, you're always going to be the Empress. Don't think about the past hurt and pain. It's not serving you. It's still like it's attached to you. You need to detach. Look, as I'm saying, the King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's still attached to you. Let go. Look, and the Four of Pentacles is here. Let it go. Shake it off. I feel like sometimes you don't even know you're doing it. I feel like sometimes you just automatically jump to the worst case scenario. Keep the hope, keep the optimism. 3 of Wands. Turn your back on the negative energy of the past and move forward. I feel like that's it. Same message, same message. You could have this Ace of Pentacles if you so wish. The 10 of Cups if you so wish, with the Wheel of Fortune. Change your fate. You can change your fate. You're in control. You're in charge. You can do it. Sometimes it might take some time. I'd rather it take some time than never happen, because I'm just stuck in the past thinking about all the things that went wrong or could go wrong. Just fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta detach and not care and just be like, yeah, that happened. Like, I've heard some amazing stories from people, the things that they've gone through, and I'm not trying to diminish what you went through at all, but the things they've gone through, like, how are you still standing? But at the same time, it's just made them more determined. It's just made them more determined. It's encouraged them to go even harder and to just realize that life is a gift, and that, you know, especially death, it just makes you put things into perspective. But Taurus, you are amazing. Amazing. And you need to just remember that. There's no one like you in the world. No one like you in the world. You're unique and you're special. And, you know, if somebody doesn't treat you like that, then that's on them. That's nothing to do with you. You're you, and you're perfect the way you are, and there's always someone out there for you. But I don't even feel like this person, they didn't really show up in the reading, funny enough, but I don't feel like this person is, because it's more focused on your issues rather than this other person. If there is even a person yet, maybe they didn't show up because they're not actually around yet. And if that's the case, then it might even be better, because while they're not around, you can take this message and kind of rectify what could have gone wrong, or remember and heal yourself, or do the work on yourself, or whatever. So it might be even better that they're not around. So by the time they are there, you're like the Empress. Let's just see an outcome quickly, because I feel like it was a bit somber. Money might be looking good, or career might be looking good for you guys. That doesn't look bad at all. It looks like you're investing, or you're taking some of you might be trying to start a new business, but you're trying to make another source of income. As I said that, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Wait, the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Holding on to some of you are dealing with, I feel like you dealt with an Aries or just an Emperor kind of energy, and maybe you saw you were holding on to the Four of Wands because you saw the potential in this. You wanted some kind of commitment and nothing happened, but I feel like it's a past energy. Six of Pentacles. So now you want someone who is, yeah, maybe this is the person that you separated from. Maybe that was, there's a little bit of residue of someone that didn't kind of come through for you. Especially for those of you that haven't met anyone yet, but I feel like you will be meeting someone. And for some of you, it's kind of like you, for a minute, you gave up on love. You're like, well, it's not happening for me, and the same story applies. It's the other person, not you, basically. Of course, there's work that everyone needs to do, but the outcome, the Hierophant, yeah, and that landed on top of the Four of Wands. The Hierophant, like that. Oops. It landed on top of the Four of Wands like that. So you thought you were going to get some kind of commitment or marriage from this person, and it didn't come through. So you spent some time on your own. I don't know why it's showing me the past, but it's obviously significant to what I've been saying. So maybe that chipped away at your self-confidence or your self-esteem a little bit. But I do feel like you've done the work since then. Yeah. Someone maybe didn't accept your offer, or someone wasn't as generous in giving and emotionally giving as you. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Three of Cups. So someone might have been treating it as a very casual situation. And so you walked away. So yeah, so the key here, and so this is your outcome, you've walked away. The key here and the challenge is to just suck it up, become an even better version of yourself, and move forward, because there is something waiting for you. I don't even think you're gonna have to wait long for this new, whatever this new person that comes in, because you've got the Ace of Wands here, and it's not, that's a quick energy. This is waiting, and this is a quick energy. So after a short period of waiting, something else comes along. So right now, fix up and prepare for when that does come along. Fuck this other person, whoever it is, whatever. Like, cool. Let them go and sort their own issues. Let them go and do what they need to do. It wasn't meant to be. That's it. And the next thing that you need to focus on is to continue to making yourself the best version, and evolving and creating a love for yourself that no one can break. So that's what you're going to be working on, and then someone's going to come in for you anyway. So don't regress. That's the key message here, not to regress, to remember how strong you are and how far you've come. And I love you, Taurus. I'll speak to you soon. If you'd like a specific reading, a reading specific to your needs, then like I said, look in the description box and click the link, and it will take you to my website. Also, thank you so much for your support, and I'll ask if you continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, that's it. Take care. I'll speak to you guys soon.